Hey everyone, hopefully you're having a good day. My name's Andy. My channel is Finding Value. Today we're going to do our daily technical analysis update of uranium. We'll take a look at these glorious looking prices of the Sell Everything event today. I'll give you my financial opinion. Here's one thing. I just want to make sure everybody kind of understands this. We could be doing this huge sell-off event because, and we could pull back. It could be a Sell Everything event. Maybe the big boys need a position in this stuff. Maybe they need cheaper shares. Maybe they think they're not cheap enough. So think of it like the big boys in the long-term viewpoint. Maybe we get this big sell-off. It's going to drag everything lower, and you're going to get a better buying opportunity. I am still of the mindset that we have an energy crisis and that the crisis will manifest in higher uranium prices to solve the crisis. So that's my opinion. I think what's coming ahead of us is going to be very inflationary. If you look at long-term gold charts, if you look at a lot of these long-term commodity charts, they look ultra bullish. In the short term, though, with all this selling pressure, people get emotional. Ball those emotions up, throw them in the garbage. Don't worry about those emotions. You gotta stay focused. And this is a very cheap sector. I think it looks very good from a long-term perspective. But let's look at the charts in the short term and see what's going on. We've got the uranium futures price here. Again, we've got some strong selling pressure these past couple of weeks. And then recently we've come on up and we're kind of maybe consolidating here sideways. Looking at the Sprott Uranium Trust, it was not spared anything. I think we're going to get probably, remember that pattern, the pattern that I talk about. We come up, we go sideways, we come up, that fractal. Maybe we come down, somewhere around here. Maybe that's where we're going to get to. If that's the case, it's a buying opportunity. I hope we get there. I hope we get there because I'll be buying it up. I'll be scooping it up. A little bit more sell-off today. Again, we've got that large selling pressure. The bounce wasn't as big. We might see a little bit of a bounce here. And hopefully this support line holds kind of right where it's at. And it's not perfectly drawn in. It's more of a support zone through this zone here, in this general vicinity. We'll see if that holds. CCJ selling off a little bit. We've got this support channel. And let me take it off log. There we go. Off log. We could pull back a little bit to the bottom of this support line. If we do that, let's see what happens. And if it gets find support there, hopefully we can find some support and then head on higher again. Bannerman getting sold off just like the rest of us. We still have support underneath it. And we're probably going to be bouncing around here. Goviax, again, selling off just like everything else. Still above the pattern, the downtrend line here, so still looking okay. Global Atomic selling off. Again, we're still in this channel going sideways. Forces Metals, may the forces be with all of us. Another selling pressure day to day. You know what, guys? I don't feel too bad. I really don't. I do feel like it's the way I feel right now is I'm ultra bullish on energy, ultra bullish. And all I'm looking for are good entry points. And if we come on back, I think we're going to get a really good entry point if it comes back anymore. But all of this, I'm not real scared of this stuff. I'm just kind of watching it. Here's Pier Point selling off a little bit. That looks fine. But I'm just waiting. I'm waiting. I'm waiting to see what happens. We're coming back a little bit more. The overall markets are selling off. We've got a higher 10-year yield. That's pushing all this lower. Inflation's a problem, and it's coming from energy. This is a solution to that problem. So if they're going to give me cheaper shares, I'll take them. Please push them down a little bit more. Give me your shares. Here's Sky Harbor pulling back a little bit. This does have a little bit of momentum behind it. Let's see. I'd be a little bit slow with my purchases here, see where it bottoms out. But we're going to get some pretty good opportunities here, guys. Canalaska, uranium's diving lower. It's dropping below that support line. We'll see where it goes. Next Gen Energy selling off. This doesn't look horrible. Doesn't look great, though, either. Here's the support line going across. We'll see if that holds. Base load still within the logarithmic pattern. So that's looking okay, and we'll see if it holds. Fission 3.0 selling off, playing with the support line, and we'll see if that guy comes back higher. Fission selling off, just like the rest of the crew. There's the actual pattern. We'll see if it holds at support. Kazatomprom moving sideways, pretty much an up day compared to everything else. Peninsula Energy selling off a little bit, still looks fine. Boss Energy selling off within the pattern. And these are all within the patterns, guys. And we've pulled lower here. We've come on up. The buying pressure, whenever you get large selling pressure like this, I always see this. Comes back up, we drop down, and then hopefully we can take off from there. But whenever the larger selling pressure and shorter time frame, and your bounce isn't as big, you usually get kind of a consolidation period where it kind of bounces back. It consolidates for a little while. I see that a lot. Here's Lotus Resources, another one that's coming right to support. UROY coming back down, got a little wick at the bottom. We'll see if the buyers step in tomorrow or if we get another down day tomorrow. Now, here's something also to think about. If we gap lower, wait for the buyers to show up so we can push on higher. If we start coming up and we put in a big bullish engulfing candlestick, that's bullish to go higher. So this is the time that you want to be looking for a potential bullish candlestick. A hammer pattern's also bullish. So you can buy it towards the end of the day if you want. If it has a wick on the bottom, we do have this support line going across here. Those are all things that I'd be looking for. Encore Energy, it looks like it is basically squeezing up to some degree. Now, is this a pattern that is going to reverse lower? We'll have to find out tomorrow. And if it goes lower, just hold on and ride it through. Ride it through. Now, could we have a little bit larger of a pullback? We very well could. We could get another incredible buying opportunity out of this. And maybe we pull back down here. Let me do a Fibonacci retracement on this whole thing here. So fib retracement, and usually what you see on the fib retracement is a 0.618. 0.618 is at 74 cents. If we hit 74 cents-ish in that general vicinity, that is usually a spot where things like to calm down. Another spot is 0.786. That is down at 43 cents. So it's possible we pull back there. I mean, if the overall markets drag us lower, that is what it is. To me, it looks like there is a possibility with this large selling pressure here. We've bounced, but the buyers have not bounced into it. We've bounced back into that support resistance line, and we could roll back over as a possibility. Again, I don't know the future, but it doesn't look uber strong at this second with the selling pressure today. Selling off a little bit is Energy Fuels. Again, we've got that selling pressure coming down. We've bounced, and the buyers did not push this higher, so we could come back and do a little bit of moving sideways and lower, slightly lower. UR Energy right on support. We'll see if that holds. UEC, again, down today, but got support right on it. LEU actually doesn't look too bad compared to everything else. LTBR selling off. This one looks a little bit worse than the other ones because we're sitting below that support line. ISO Energy right at an intersection of supports, and we'll see if that holds. Appy Energy selling off a teeny bit right on the support line. Denison Mines selling off. Again, is this a shoulder, head, shoulder type pattern where we come back? We'll find out. We'll find out if that is. Blue Sky Uranium selling off a little bit today. Forum Energy Metals selling off today. Let's go to the dailies here. There it is selling off. That does not look good. That looks like we could head lower. AEC selling off. Laramide selling on off. This, we have like a shoulder, head, shoulder potentially coming on up. It's a big selling pressure here today. It's a bearish engulfing. So we might get lower, a little bit lower movement out of this. Selling pressure there in Western Uranium Vanadium. UEX busting higher here, 27%. They must have some news or something coming out. Mega Uranium selling off a little bit. We got this nice big bullish engulfing here too. Again, we'll see where we go in the short term. Standard Uranium selling off. ALXEF selling off, but the momentum's to the upside. Valora Metals coming back and testing its support zone. That's the support zone running across. We got lots of support underneath this guy right where it's at. Elevate coming back down, and the 92E big up day. I think that was shut down for trading for some news release or something. But that's what we have for today. I'm not doing anything with my shares, guys. I'm just going to ride it. If we get better buying opportunities, I'm going to use those opportunities to add into it. You have to ask yourself in these times, is the fundamentals, have they changed? We could pull back. We could pull back here. We could go lower. The S&P 500 looks pretty bad. I mean, out here, let's take a look at it real quick. SPX. This thing's beeline and lower. Boom, boom, boom. This is a sell everything type of event. TLT. This is the bond, Treasury, 20 plus year Treasury bond. It is heading lower. And the 10-year yield broke out to the upside. All of that matters. But we have broken a large uptrend line all the way back to 2010, and we've been heading lower. So bonds are selling off, stocks are selling off, people are raising money. There's a deleveraging in the markets, and right now I'm just going to ride through it. The 10-year yield's heading higher, so people are selling bonds. They're afraid of inflation. The inflation, I think, is rooted in energy. We have an energy crisis. So would you sell your energy shares because we're in an energy crisis? No, I'm not going to. I'm not going to. You guys can, but I'm not. What I'm going to do is I'm going to look for a near-term bottom at some point, and then I will add into my companies. That's what I've been doing. That's the game plan. That's the strategy. And I will stick with that strategy so long that the inflation is persistent and the interest rates are going up. Again, this I think will be a short-term. When I say short-term, we could go through this for some months. In the short term, it's going to be a rough ride. We get through this, it's going to be insane. So I'm not selling. I think I got a really good entry points in a lot of the companies, and I will continue to add when things are down. That's my strategy. If you guys like this content, give me a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the website. The Platinum membership is the membership I would choose. We'll do a question and answer session Saturday at 7 a.m. Mountain Standard Time if you guys are interested. I will vary that time. The week after it will be different. It won't be at 7 a.m. so I can get other people in other parts of the world so that they can participate. All right, guys, we'll catch you later. This is Finding Value.